Welcome back everybody to another episode of Banished with me, Vapor, and I thought I'd just do a couple of things before we start this episode. So as you could see in the time lapse, we've laid out the houses. A little bit of trouble for me to try and get them to fit the way I wanted, and we've started to kind of get ready in this area for other things that we want to do. So I've started putting an extra pathway around. There will be more houses going this way, and I started tinkering with some ideas here. And apologies to John, yep, I can see the ghost path here, you were right. It does look better. In fact, I might actually run that all the way underneath, all the way around, just to get the little kind of grassy edge, just to remove that. Ah, look, domesticated animals. That brings me on to the next thing. If we quickly shoot over here, we have these new pens that, let's have a look, what do they come under? I think they're just called pens. Animal pens, yeah. And they, I don't know, they're kind of like farms, but on a more intense scale, I suppose. Now, let's take, that's the chicken one. So, last season that did 270 eggs and 20 feathers. And my chicken pasture over here, okay, it does a few other things. So, it's doing about half the eggs, but when you consider the sort of space it's taking up, it's not a lot. Now, I need another one for that. So, 20, wait a minute, so it's 4. Is it 4 each one? I think it is, isn't it? It will be. Do you know what? I'm just going to trade for one, and I know a certain person will probably be screaming out saying, no, 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 don't do that, I get more. But, for the moment, it seems that I can get them quite easily, because I just asked, let me just trade and get that. I just asked it to deliver them to me every time he comes, so perfect. Again, don't want them to stay here, but for the moment, until I know where I'm putting them, that's where they're going to be. What else? We have our meat tinnery, and as you can see, it's doing quite a bit with the fish it's using. I don't know exactly how much fish, but it's working nicely for us, and our health is almost perfect. Our happiness is way up there. Let's have a quick look at food production now, because I've put quite a few more houses down recently. Yeah, we're using a little bit more than we're making at the moment, so I'll just have to keep a close eye on that. But one building I am going to build, and it's purely on the basis that, what is it? I think I've got 2 milk pens. Yeah, I can make cheese. So, where is it? Dairy. Again, plop this over here just for convenience. Should fit there nicely. And we will also build an oil press, because we're getting the blubber from here, and we need that for lamps, and it's going to be something I'm going to build. I don't quite know where to put this, but again, you know, necessity of it, we'll just dump it here. It doesn't look pretty, and it is niggling at me a little bit. We don't want any seeds for the moment, but for the moment I know I'm going to move it, so I'm quite happy. Right, so 17,506 we're on at the moment. Okay, let's make sure, because I had a bit of a die off, make sure I've got enough people doing the jobs. 11.4, it's looking okay. Oh, couple more herbalists in there. Okay, that's alright. School is fine. Parish is fine as well. Right, I've cleared this out so we can get in another graveyard, because we're going to need it at some point. Oh, I forgot there was a gazebo. Yeah, let's come back for that. We're doing the transparent one, wasn't we, I think? So we'll put that in there. And we started for the, I'm going to put a little bit of a pathway in here. I'm not quite sure. I don't want to put sand, but I'm going to do that so no trees grow. And we're not going to see the benches I put down until I get a hardwood forester, which I will do in due course. Okay, how are we doing over here? We really need to kind of get on the fancy homewares bandwagon. We do need to sort that out. Now, what did I just see somewhere? Was it a gazebo? It was in here, wasn't it? No, could put that in here. I don't think it's really going to look right in here though. Town hall. No. I think what we do need though is some kind of beer garden or something like that. I'll have a think about it. I'm not sure 100% what I want to do. I kind of want this area to build so I can kind of show you what I'm thinking. Where's the old priority button? Oh, there's nothing to prioritise, allegedly. That's the problem though. Look, they got a lot to do. Let's chuck a couple more in there, even though we're a little bit short. Right, we could do some stone as well. I think they're in the process of gathering it though. Collect stone. Yep, that's all highlighted. This is the problem when you run out of people, but that was purpose on that. That was on purpose. I didn't want to kind of expand too quick, but now we're getting to a point where we're producing food, and I've not bought any for a while. That's probably why it's starting to drop. I do usually trade for it. Okay, we've got this now as well. Let's chuck another person in there. That is quite nice, that actually. I'm gonna have to put a few more of those in. It's just a case of figuring out where I want them more than anything else. And we have over here as well. If we come in, could do with some more houses over here. Really, we've got the herb grower in here, and we've got a new dock fishery. Jeez, he does a lot of fish, and you can't really see it like until you zoom out. But that's the area of influence, which is not too bad. I could have probably done with placing it so it was kind of more here, and then I could have got another one here, and maybe I'll move that. But what I'm thinking is, goodness, there's literally just not enough people to get the stuff done. I want to start getting a key wall across here, because when I was having a nosy around in the ghost objects, okay, there must be different ones, but we can place boats. Yeah, there is different ones. Holy hell, that's a big one. Look at this. So in my previous series you'll know that I built kind of a proper dock, but now I can go absolutely nuts with it because we have so many different boats. I can make something really cool, I think. And I mentioned a washing line as well, or a clothes line, whatever you want to call it, which, so you can move it up and down, change the angle, so there's quite a few. So I could have it dangling straight across the street as it would be in a, I don't know, like an olden time, I suppose. Or you've just got the general post like that. So if we came around the back of the houses, for example, it's a line, but it's a ghost object, so I can place it however I want. You can connect them to stuff. So we will put those in as well at some point. What have we got here? Nothing there I want. And more seeds. If you're food, I will buy you up. Although the food still, it's gone down, it's gone back up again. It's not been too bad. What have we got? Okay. Don't really need any of that stuff, really. We can send that on its merry way. So we're gonna have quite a bit of milk, I reckon. Now that's gonna help with the food as well. Oil press. It's actually going fairly well. I'm quite happy at the moment. Problem is stone. And I just thought, I've actually got a mine that's digging up stone as well, haven't I? How are we doing in here? Okay. I don't want to be dumping too many people in here, but there we go. Let's do that just so we got a constant stream, because I'm gonna forget. I'm forgetful like that. So, oh look, we got our trees planted. Oh, well, there's a tasty glitch for you, isn't it? That's not very good. Never seen that before, but I guess it's only when you're physically clicking on it. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, dock. So I kind of need to figure out how I want it. So we'll use the power flatten tool. I don't really need to use it as much now as I did in the other one, because of the way that the key works now. It works a little bit different, so it's a little bit friendlier, let's say. Let's kind of measure this out. Depends how I kind of want this corner. Let me have a quick look. Let's get rid of that. There we go. At the key walls. I apologise if you don't like key walls. I'm quite passionate about them. So I will be building them. So we've got additional pieces, key walls. Okay. So if we... How far out do I want it? Because we've got that seamless wall now as well, haven't we? And they don't generally walk along the key wall. I mean, I could do it like this. And what would happen is they could walk pretty much the whole length. So maybe what we'll do is we'll chuck these in. I'm going to knock a few of these out later on and put in the various buildings that I'm going to want. Oh, that corner piece looks so much better than it used to. Right, we need to adjust this slightly. This is where it could go completely wrong when I kind of start messing with the wrong bits. Trees in the way. So that piece needs to go up there. I know you can't see what I'm referring to, but I'm more talking to myself. Which, when you think about it, that's what I'm doing really. Just sat here yabbering away. I know eventually somebody listens. It kind of picked up a little bit there, but it's not too bad. Okay, stop that. Get my bearings. Oh, we completely ran out of stone. Oh dear. These don't cost anything to build, do they? Never used to. No. Okay. That is quite a nice piece, and the way... I'm not quite sure how I'm going to end it. I would usually do it like that, I guess, but... I mean, I could do something like that and just kind of arch it back in. I don't think I'd need to do anything too snazzy, and God, blimey, it's all going on, isn't it? We've got the trim as well, so I can make my own bits. No, I think I'm quite happy with that, and I'll do the same on the other side there. And yeah, I've took some of the parts away though. Let's see, that is a new one, and they used to have the weird angled pieces, but I guess they've replaced them with these ones. Did I not just place a piece in there? No. Okay. So really we need something like... The question is, with me doing this, will it let me come in afterwards and flatten that terrain behind it? Now there's a good question. Should I don't know if I should use that piece or not. I'm not a big fan of it, if I'm honest. So we're gonna go, I think we'll go there, there. I can hear them chopping away at the trees. So if we go like that, I might have to use that piece that I don't want to. Just to get this kind of right. Let's have a look. Let's take a tiny bit more off there. Where's my key walls gone? Might be a little bit too big. Oh, it might actually be perfect. There we go. So we've got the start there. Now I will bring if you've seen the previous ones, I will bring kind of like a jetty out, but you've got to be careful because the boat's going to come through here, so wherever I put it, that trade boat will just go straight through the land. What have we got here? How many nomads? 33. Jeez. Oh, go on then. We completely ruin my education and whatever, but that's fine. Go make yourselves at home. Make the most of it because I'm not going to be that generous forever. Yeah, so like I was saying, I usually bring out kind of, I think they call, I don't know, call them a jetty or whatever, but the boats are going to kind of come round here like this one, and it's going to go back that way. So I don't know if, I mean, it's all going to be dock. I don't know if I'm going to make kind of a, I don't know what to call it, like a dock out here, basically, right in the middle, and connect to it with these. So I could have one of those coming straight out for the workers to walk along. Because if you think about it, I don't know how deep this is, but some boats wouldn't be able to actually get that close to the side. Maybe I'm overthinking there a little bit, but I guess on this side, if you come round, it's kind of like harmless, so I could actually build them out here as well. I really don't know. There's a lot of thinking going on, and not a lot of action, unfortunately. There we go. So this is quite easy to fix as well. Just got to be careful when you get to these corners, because it will inevitably go wrong. I think we're just about right there now. Let's have a look. Yep. I'm quite happy with how that went. I think flatten that. They're really going for those trees. Now the difference it makes having a couple of extra workers. Workers that don't have any homes. What we can do now is I can chuck some builders in there, and then we're done. So we're going to let all those things build up. Oh look, we have the start of it. I think that looks quite cool. The only problem is there's only one bush that is that height. The other ones would go across the door, but I do kind of like that. I think it's white in the summer, but it's gone into autumn and it drops dead as we speak. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So until next time, as always, take care.